What is going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome to a Sunday video. I just got done shoveling and snowblowing for 3 hours on my morning off. That was sick. This video is a very important video. So, about a month ago, we got the news right after, a couple weeks after the Vegas tournament that we're not going to really have esports the same way we've had it last year. So separately, we decided to plan a Joust tournament, and that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about the competitive scene, esports, what to come to expect this year, and how we're going to, by we, I mean me and my community, are going to try and help contribute to something this year. Bobby, inbound world champion, has been running some draft tournaments. He just got done with his second one yesterday. Basically, how it works is captains sign up, they draft players, and then they play. You pay $20 to get in. You know, winners take a good amount of the cup. He's been investing some of his own money, obviously some of his time, effort. So, aside from his, we have a $3,000 tournament in Joust planned for next Saturday, which is February 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern. There is no pay to get in. This is being funded by a member of my community, Icy, Cody, whatever he wants to go by, Spiciest, DJ Pepperwini, whatever he's changed his name to lately. He is funding this entire tournament. He's put up $3,000 for us to run this. We planned this right around the time that Joust came out, so we wanted to promote the new map, and we also wanted to give something for people to do, so we're like, let's just run a Joust tournament. Most of you guys who know me, I'm not like a big Joust guy. Okay, I'm just not, right? I do a lot of Conquest. Turn that stuff off. I do a lot of Conquest. In the past, I did some Duel, but, you know, it seemed reasonable to do a Joust tournament. So, this tweet I made a couple weeks ago. $3,000 Joust tournament, February 22nd, 12 p.m. Eastern. First place, $2,400, which would be $800 to the winner. Second place, $600 or $200 to the second place team. The tournament Discord, if you the sign up form, you click on it. Pretty simple. Information, date, sign up will close at midnight the day before. Tourney will start at noon Eastern. Check-ins will start around 11 a.m. and close at 11:50. One day best of one single elimination until the finals. Finals will be a best of three. Utilizing a fearless draft. Fearless draft means that once a god is selected for play, it cannot be played again by either team for the rest of the set. This encourages teams to use a wide variety of characters. Anybody who can play just isn't banned. It'll be randomly seeded. At one point we did, you can see what you're going to do here, team name, team captain, Discord, player 1, 2, 3 as it appears in Smite 2, and a sub. We were going to do a soft seeding where I was going to maybe get with somebody who was not part of the game, just an unbiased source. I don't know, maybe Hinduman. Hey, come in, give me a general guess, or maybe Trelly. Come in, give me a random guess of what you think the top 8 teams are, and then we would soft seed those teams away from each other, and then randomize the rest of everybody else. And that brings me into my next point here. I want to try to run these monthly. As I'm talking about this, I'm going to click through the Discord so you guys can just see what you'll come to expect about joining the Cash Cup Discord, and everything as we go through here. So, I was talking to Hinduman, I was talking to Bobby, I was talking to a few other people, and Bobby is clearly, I think Weekend has mentioned, I haven't talked to him directly, but Weekend has mentioned trying to run some events as well. I think some of the EU guys have talked about trying to run events. So, you know, Bobby has his Cash Cup things, or not his Cash Cup things, his draft tournaments, which are obviously Conquest. I imagine if we can run something, it'll be higher end play geared towards Conquest as well. And then the EU ones I imagine is Conquest as well. So even though I am not a Joust person, you know, and then Rexy, aside from that, I think he's planning to run his dual tournament in about 10 days. 4 days after my Joust tournament. So if Rexy can consistently run some dual tournaments, Bobby, Weekend, and the EU guys are running some Conquest tournaments, it clearly just shows that's where I fit in. I'm going to fit into Joust. Is what it is. There wouldn't really make much sense to just have like 2 to 3 Conquest tournaments every weekend going on with different people running them. So it looks like I'm kind of fitting into the Joust realm, which is fine. So what's going to happen is people are going to play every round. I'm going to try to select one match that looks most interesting for a content standpoint. I'm going to join their custom match as a broadcaster, and then I'm going to bring somebody on who's tentatively signed up Trelly to help me cast it. This is going to help me, make a new kind of content, right? Going to bring Trelly on. I already have some people commissioned to help me run this, and so I'm going to be paying people to help me run it. I'm going to be paying people to help me cast it. Kind of get some work to some of the lads who maybe are trying to all in on content this year, similar to like Trelly. If you didn't know, there was a lot of layoffs a couple of weeks ago. Trelly was one of the affected people, so just commissioning them would just be able to be a good thing to do, especially since the casters aren't going to have regular esports work anymore. So I want to do these monthly. I'm talking with High Res and Hindu Man right now to see if they can assist in any way to where we can run these monthly. That's likely, in my opinion, what will be at least available from the creator end. So regardless of what Hindu Man can cook up this year, what he has access to this year, if we have Bobby running maybe, let's say, monthly draft tournaments, and we have Weekend mentioned running a tournament, right, and that fills up another weekend, and obviously we're going to work together in the aspect that, like, I'll check and make sure I'm not going to run something on the same weekend or the same day as Bobby, and I'll try and make sure I don't run on the same weekend. So that's why I'm going to try and make it consistently every Saturday, last Saturday of the month, 12 Eastern, a Joust cash tournament. Right now we have like 40 something signups here. You can send support tickets, people looking for team, looking for scrims, etc., etc. The bracket where it'll be posted. So the bracket is going to be completely random. The reason for that is when talking to High Res, one of the important things, if I'm considered for assistance in helping run these, right? The priority is to make sure that we don't have any implicit bias. And even if I tried to randomly, or even if I tried to soft seed it with somebody that would be unbiased, it could still be perceived as bias. So on the day of the tournament, before Glacier or whoever randomizes the teams, I'm going to have him screen share, and he is going to show us the teams that just get input in there. That way it removes the theory or it removes any bias, right? It's just, you're random. Yeah, could it have the top 3 teams playing against each other in the first 2 rounds? Yep, it could. Is what it is. And the rosters are looking pretty solid so far. We have 47-ish teams, because there's only 3 through 48, 49. So 46 teams so far. We are probably going to cap it. You'll see a lot of teams in here with a lot of pros on them. A lot of really good Joust teams, people who usually like main Joust, but maybe don't dabble up into the comp scene, maybe more of the amateur scene. So we have a lot of good teams in here. So as we get a roster or a bracket set up with the rosters, I'm going to broadcast. You are not required to stream it. You can stream it after I finish my games. If you are streaming it, I'll probably come check out your stream, give you a shout out and stuff like that. But you aren't required to stream it, similar to like Bobby's, because Bobby likes to spectate the people in the in-game chat, and that's a really cool switch up to experience. You're experiencing the comms of the team, and that's something different. I'm going to go more for we're going to broadcast it. I'm going to use broadcast mode of 1 match per round that I think is going to provide the best, most entertaining match, and then me and Trelly are going to talk over it, as an example. So that's the plan. Last Saturday of the month, a cash Joust tournament. Do I know if I'm going to be able to do these? No. Am I going to try to? Yes. Somebody asked me, like, why don't you crowdfund them all? Mostly because I don't want to put pressure on the community. Every single community member economically has value to the economy of Smite, whether that's supporting creators, buying diamonds, etc., etc. I don't want to put more pressure, since Bobby already does, like, pay-ins for his, and then he takes some of the donations he gets and puts it in, right? Sometimes community members cross over into other streamers' communities as well. I don't want to push for the community to support 100% of the prize pool that I can put forth, but I also have to be careful because I do this for a living and I provide for a family. So I do have to be careful myself. So I'm trying to work with Hi-Rez to see what, if anything, we can do. So shout out to them for hearing out the proposal. If I could run these monthly, and Bobby's running his monthly, and Rexy's maybe even able to pull it off, every other month, and Weekend's able to do something, I think in my head that can hold people over until we get some real esports. I think especially if we have a good year, let's say from February to August, and Smite 2's popping off, I think we could realistically see them plan something for January 2026. But that's I'm not a pipe dream. That's a wish list type thing, right? So either way, imagine you go into your week, and every Saturday, right, there's like some tournament. Oh, Bobby's tournament's this weekend, and, Rexy's tournament is next week, and, Chris's Cash Cup thing, for the Joust thing is on Saturday, and then, the following Saturday's weekend, and then it re-rolls back around to Bobby's, you know what I'm saying? And we just have something every weekend, some form of competition. Bobby's already ran 2 of his. I think they've been reasonably successful. I think people have been excited to see the stuff. People have showed up to the draft. There's lots of talks around who got drafted. There's been drama. Whether you like drama or not, it's kind of good. That might sound weird to people, but like there's drama about who got on whose team, who got drafted, who didn't get drafted. This is good because it shows people care, it keeps people invested, it gives people something to do other than just grind Smite, because sometimes just grinding Smite is just kind of boring, right? Not that the game is boring, but just like you need something else, right? You get on, you play, and then you start talking about drama between these 2 players during a scrim, taking breathers, right? You get, back in the day, you have like Venenu and Hurrywin talking trash. You have Barracuda getting dropped for Zapman, and there's like a little bit, right? These are all things that people want. They just want something to talk about. They want something to be involved in. They want to hear people's opinions on it. People's opinion on it's get views. It's good for Smite. It's good for the community to have people invested, and this keeps the core around. So shout out to the creator. Shout out to Rexy. Shout out to Inbound, who's already done 2 of these. Weekend, I think, is taking a shot at it. A couple other people that I don't know if they've announced anything yet that they're going to try and work on stuff too, so I won't say it for them. And Joust tournament next weekend, Saturday. It'll be streamed throughout the entire time. If you are another creator, you are welcome to use any of the content. You are welcome to watch my broadcast, mute me, and cast over it, and you upload it to your YouTube. No issues at all. Use it for whatever you want. That's it. That is the from the creator side, that is the strategy we have for 2025 and what we can do, to put our money where our mouths are to try and help Smite 2. I know we had a little bit of drama yesterday where people actually made a tweet and condemned some of the people and said that we'd, sooner see Smite burn if it could help us grow. But all those people he's talking about, I'm not going to get into that in a video, but all the people he's talking about are consistently putting their money, their time into trying to make Smite 2 successful, and I appreciate those creators, Bobby, Rexy, and everyone else who's going to continue to create content, everybody in the community who continue to support the content creators. I'm just rambling at this point. I'll see you guys next video. I'll see you tomorrow on stream. See you guys hopefully next Saturday for the Joust tournament, and tell your friends to sign up. Who knows? Maybe you guys will win. Maybe you guys will take home $800 for just showing up and playing some Smite. I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.